Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with design runs coming out of it. You have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
Gilligan in punt formation.
To return, it's Shaheed. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end for that one. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
But I'm interested to watch him play today. I think this is a guy that hasn't had a lot of opportunity throughout his career to prove himself time and time again, week by week. So limited action, limited game experience, but he's definitely got all the skills to be successful.
Alvin Kamara, still on the move, inside the 10, and he is gone. 71 yards. It's a touchdown. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And his guys have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. To return is Greg Gordon. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Higgins sent in motion. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 22
First
yards.
catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And
that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On the run, here's Carter. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
A gain of 6. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They put Wilson in motion. Now Murray on first down. That's caught downfield by Harrison. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
At the 22-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and
Overrun in a flash, and he lost the football. The defense has it. To the 20. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And a great return for the touchdown. Hey, Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Makes the score. Our home team 14. Visitors nothing.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he is stopped down to 25. Drive will begin there. The visitors' offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They're in early hole, 14-0. And start digging out soon. Begin this drive, first and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that might have even lost a yard there.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Now a second down throw for Murray. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now DeMarcado. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly
the pressure too much, and he goes down. Ryan Brzee. He's got his first sack of the season here early in week 1.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system, and all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
His guys take over.
The home team's offensive veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Off the bootleg, here's Rattler. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
At the 13-yard line.
On the give, this is Kamara. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So now that's 2 consecutive plays where they end up going backwards. So a sack, a negative run. The biggest thing you have to avoid in the NFL are these negative plays, because now it puts all of the pressure on a third and pass situation. And when a defense can play you one-dimensional, it is a...
This drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On the return, it's Dort. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality. You just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6-11 at the bottom looking up, it's pretty remarkable. But to your point, Mike, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements, the way the NFL schedule is set up. It's all tight. If you're good, they're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, they're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs. And the teams that can break through that and sustain success, we got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners. The Rams and Sean McVay always at the top end of the game. And then the unpredictability of Kyler Murray plus the physicality that Seattle has played with. You've got to have a lot of clubs in your bag to play defense in the NFC West.
Oh, absolutely. And just think even a couple years ago, it was even harder. Those teams were all competing for Super Bowls year in and year out. So it's a really good division. You have to be able to play really top-tier defense, to your point, because all 6 of those games.
And he's going to be taken down. Set back at the 17-yard line. Eric Hendricks in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket. And with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Ryland's kick is good. And the visitors get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense, settling for too many field goals.
Home team's offense headed back to take over once more. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times. And maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady, and then Atlanta, they make the Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, and New Orleans, obviously the success they had with Drew Brees, and Carolina, we played in the Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay's been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing, and we might be a year or two away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Sports for quarter number 3. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. This pass right side taken in by Cooks. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards. That's good for a first down.
All right, here with Camara. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He was brought down
2nd and 10.
Sweat. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 46-yard line.
A fake to Camara, and now Rattler in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Josh Sweat getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
3rd and long, and here's Rattler. This one intercepted. Picked off by Max Melton. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
From the pistol, it's Carter. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. They put Wilson in motion. Murray now on 2nd down. He'll step up and run this. And he'll get down, avoid the hit. Gain about 7. Setting up 3rd down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. And he will get into the end zone.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Murray now. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On second down, here's Rattler. He'll complete that to his fullback. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On third down, it's Rattler. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The visitors' offense and receiver Michael Wilson headed back onto the field. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run. It's DeMarcado. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try it again here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run here. It's Carter. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
That is not the way downfield. Incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. This one, returnable. And how about that? Nice return there. Picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And he's down on the other side of midfield, marked him at the 48-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Wins to run the last snap, not this one. They stopped him for no gain.
1 yard.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It is 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Rattler. Taking off. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
1st
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12.
The 12-yard line.
He'll keep this himself. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to draw yourself back in it.
On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. He gets it to go, and his guys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Visitors 9.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. This is Carter, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
14 yards. And a first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now to throw on first down. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
11 more yards. That's another.
A run with Carter. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From the 48-yard line. Here's second and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
From the gun, it's Murray. That's complete his big target, McBride.
Murray's pass.
We're trying to pick this up on third and 8.
No gain on the play. It's now third.
Working out of the gun, Murray. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 10. Results in a first
Looking
down.
from the shotgun, it's Murray. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
11 more yards. Complete to number 18, Marvin Harrison Jr. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Again, it's Murray. Right back to Harrison. He's got him again.
Murray's pass.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
He'll step up and run. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
18.
He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
First and goal.
Now,
at the
first
4-yard line.
and goal. They'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Carter. And he will score!
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the visitors have cut the deficit to 5. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 first down will essentially end the game. They'll work the middle here with Camaro. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. And the whistle will down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Now this defense will use a third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Second and a yard at the 47-yard line.
They'll go again here with Camara. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. That's enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.